Yes. Oh my gosh. And let me actually find it um here on my device so that I can listen or at least monitor the chat from my mobile device. Okay, hilarious. Oh, life. We always are having so much fun together, aren't we? Oh, good. Okay, now I can hear myself on YouTube, which means I think the people on YouTube should be able to hear me too. But you guys let me know. Can you hear me? Let me know.
Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone. That's funny, saying that you're live. So
Oh,
yay.
hilarious. Okay,
Yeah, me
perfect.
too.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. I love that. Okay. And I think M. Solomon says that they can hear me. Welcome, M. Solomon. It's always great to have you. And welcome to the YouTube family. Um, Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Always great to have you guys. Amber N says, yes, we can. I can be a moderator today. Welcome, Kylie. Always great to have you. Bettina, awesome. Thank you, Natalie Dawns. Really appreciate it. Hope, love, and sunshine. Awesome to have you here. Very cool. Okay. I could have swore I made you a moderator, Hope. Um, but if I haven't, you are now. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, Santa Barbara, Florida, South Cali. Love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for being here from all over the country. Paisley, welcome. Great to have you guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share screen on my Zoom so that you guys can hear or see rather the chart we're going to be using for today's conversation about this major conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus that is kind of like the headline story of this season. So, I mean, there's a lot of things I can imagine you're feeling. I know I'm feeling them as I've been checking in with the Star Club members who are amazing, by the way. I'm just so blown away and impressed with the folks who have joined Star Club. We're going to relaunch that program soon, but not today. If you haven't already thought about joining it, definitely consider it because they're learning a lot and supporting each other with learning a lot in some really extraordinary ways. And yeah, here's the chart, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And so they've talked about, and I have certainly noticed, and I'm curious if you guys can type it in the chat. We're going to start off here today for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. What are you noticing? What are you feeling in the atmosphere? What are you noticing in the energy? What are you noticing with the people around you? That's the question that I want to start off with for today. How would you describe the energy that and the movement of energy in the atmosphere around us collectively at this time? If you want to put a few words in the chat about that, that would be amazing. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kay Moon. I am a Western astrologer and twin flame channel. And this video live conversation today is going to be about the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction taking place on April 21st. Uh, if you happen to be on the eastern seaboard of the United States, it is roughly midday. So I just put a 12 o'clock chart. You'll see for those of you astro aficionados, you'll see the seconds are about roughly about as close as I could get them. If you want to find your local time, definitely feel free to do so you can really tap into the peak of this energy. Paisley says that they're experiencing expanding weirdness. Sue says they feel heavy and tired. Bettina reports push and pull, acceleration, then settling into no hurry. David Christopher says pregnant. Yeah, there's a pregnant energy in the air for sure. Um, yeah. Christy says emotional, but feeling like something big is coming. George, major life changes, opportunities arising, tenseness in others, excitement around somehow too. Adriana reports feeling tired, but in a transitional stage for upgrade. Also, I feel like a lot of errors. Interesting. Elizabeth says, honestly, trying to close chapters of my marriage, but I have felt more energetic and hopeful. Sue's having lots of dreams. Natalie, everyone is so caught up in OR. I think that's Oregon. Matrix in or out. Angela says chaos, combative, and difficulty at work. Lots of concentration required to maintain grounded composure. Yeah. Amber says news of the wild is being delivered daily, and Natalie seeing beginnings and endings. Yeah. So you guys are right on track for what this energy will bring. Now, a lot of astrologers are going to talk about this energy as being affiliated with the eclipses, but actually, eclipses don't bring the level of acceleration, synchronicity, the level of intensity, pressure, urgency, focus, and wild up and down, and then up and down again types of changes that we're seeing at this particular moment in time. This moment, as one of our members of the YouTube chat said, is filled with an intense type of pregnancy. I wouldn't call it a pregnant pause, but it's absolutely a state of movement into form of things that maybe we have been trying to call in, wanting to experience, trying to manifest. It is a rapid manifestation energy. So, if you have been experiencing an uptick in synchronicities, like the minute you think it, you see it. The minute you say it, it's showing up in your world. If you've been experiencing pressure to get things done or an urgency to get things out of the door, projects, changes in your life that you've been wanting to make in your finances, at home, in your family structure, in your health and well being. If you've been experiencing an inability to sleep, a frenetic energy, an opening up of almost like energetic portals that seem to be moving through the body, if you felt an uptick in physiological perception of energy, where you're starting to feel energy in your physical body more than you ever have before, even if you're not the type of feel energy in your body kind of person. All of this is related to Jupiter and Uranus coming together inside of the sign of Taurus. Okay. So, if any of this is the type of stuff you've got going on, I want to tell you you're in great company. Nothing is wrong here, but that this energy has a purpose. And the purpose of this energy is to facilitate movement out of the ether into the realm of form for things that are affiliated with the sign of Taurus. And so, to really understand this, we need to understand Taurian energy at its heart. Taurian energy has the capacity to deal with or govern our desires, specifically things that we value. Money is absolutely one of the resources that as human beings we value. Taurus governs all of the resources, so that also includes, in many ways, time and energy. Time, money, and energy are a really discrete resource. Energy meaning like your own biological energy to move through life and get things done. Taurus also specifically governs beauty and all things in physical form that are related to harmony and uh, grace. We would say that Taurus also is affiliated with all things pertaining to the physiological body itself. And so, if you've been noticing some changes in your body, I know several of you have reported experiencing maybe some injuries or changes to your physical body as these two come closer together. That's not uncommon. When we're talking about Taurus, which is a sign that really governs the corporeal, physical body itself as a whole, changes to the body with these two planets coming together is common. Now, we would have felt this energy up to 10 degrees ago, meaning Jupiter is the faster moving planet. And I'm going to specifically say we would have felt it as a collective up to 10 degrees ago. So, as the faster moving planet, when Jupiter was roughly at the 10th degree, we would have started to feel the increase of all of the things that I just reported. Okay. And we will continue to feel it up to 10 degrees away. I think I'm going to pull a transit here so that we can see. Let's just see. I know Jupiter was roughly at about 10 degrees away back in the end of February. Yeah. So here's Uranus at the 19th degree of Taurus. Here's Jupiter at the 7th degree of Taurus. Some of you are sensitive to that level where you would have felt it even more than 10 degrees away. So back in February. But by about the end of February and beginning of March, collectively, we all would have felt it. Let's go forward in time to 10 degrees further. They're exact on April 21st. So we're going to give it May. And we'll go just a little further in time. Yeah. By the time we get to May 21st, we will see Jupiter at that 29th degree of Taurus preparing to move into Gemini. And that's when Jupiter is going to pick up a very different type of energy when it starts to land in Gemini. And that will really separate it from some of the transformative way it's creating influence and impact here with Uranus. Okay. But it's still not 10 degrees away until we get towards the end of May. So, about May 31st, another 10 days later. So, end of February to end of May. That's the heightened manifestation state of these two. And why am I calling this a manifestation state? Does anybody in the YouTube chat here know why I'm calling this a manifestation state? I'll give you guys a minute to talk about it. It's all good, Elizabeth. Hey, Lisa DeCoste. There's definitely a specific reason why I'm calling this a manifestation state. You guys, it pertains to something I said earlier about the sign in which all of this is unfolding in and what that sign represents. Yeah. Definitely that, Camille. There's some magnetic earth energy for sure. The reason why I'm talking about this in terms of a manifestation energy specifically is because Taurus governs the sign it's the energy that deals with the desires of our heart, while the opposite sign, Scorpio specifically deals with endings and releasing things. This is the sign of the opposite energy, birthings and beginnings of things. And specifically, Taurus deals with desire. Okay. And so, in dealing with desire specifically, and we have Uranus, the original activator and divine counterpart. It was the divine counterpart of Gaia. Gaia created Uranus to wrap around her the heavens. Uranus is the one that makes things move in a quantum fashion, move forward through skipping steps. It's affiliated with the new, it's affiliated with the next. Uranus is affiliated with uh, things moving in quantum state rather than linearly. And then Jupiter here expands. Whoever he's interacting with, whatever Jupiter's touching, Jupiter takes it 2x, 5x, 10x, 20x. And so, with the two of these coming forward, Uranus wanting to move things in quantum state, and Jupiter expanding the capacity of Uranus to move things in quantum state in the sign that specifically relates to the desires of our heart and birthing things and bringing things in, beginning things. This combination of energy is an energy that's allowing us to call, literally, as this is coming together, call our wishes out of the ether and place them into the world. Now, I want to be very clear about a couple of things. Because this is an earth sign, this isn't, fire or water or air. With air, it's mental. With water, we're talking about emotions. And with fire, we're talking about the spirit. Because this is earth, there is some level of like specific behavioral participation that is absolutely going to be required on our part. We don't just sit and wait for the energies to come catch us. This isn't, like getting caught up in, a tsunami. This is like, no, you actually got to go outside with your baskets or your nets and catch your fish, your haul, your harvest. Another reason why this is a very behavioral related manifestation energy is because Mars is part of the conversation. And Mars is about taking action. Mars is at a sextile in the way that he's influencing these two. What does a sextile mean? It's a 60-degree angle. And the 60-degree angle means that in order for you to get what you want, you actually have to participate. It won't just kind of slide into you the way it will when it's at a trine. Okay. Thankfully, Mars at that 60-degree angle is giving us the option to participate rather than the compulsion to participate. But I want to be very honest. This means for some of us, if we're not actually participating in the desires of our heart, we have the chance of missing it. And the universe, with this once in like 84-year transit, is working overtime to make sure we are blessed in this energy because it's happening right on the heels of the solar eclipse in Aries that's coming up on Monday. It's happening right on the heels of the lunar eclipse in Libra that we just had. And it's giving us the opportunity, this combo here, where if we want to be blessed, we can be. We just have to show up and be willing to. Like, if you want to be blessed with, let's just say, um, the marriage of your dreams, but you're inside of a marriage that's very uncomfortable, it's outlived its expiration date, you two have outgrown each other, you got to get out of one in order to get into the other, right? If you want to be blessed, with a lottery winning, you actually got to play. If you want to be blessed with a new job, you're going to have to dust off that resume and apply. It's kind of like basic common sense, But you would be surprised how often in conversation with my private reading clients, I explain this to them. And they say, when's the energy going to change? And I say, it kind of changes when you change your behavior. And I explain it all and I say, here's the time frame for it. And even after explaining it all, they still say to me, okay, so I just have to wait until April. And I say, no, you have to participate until April. That's how this goes. Okay. And so through the end of May, we get this wonderful blessing energy that will allow us to see a lot of breakthroughs in our lives in the house that Taurus governs. So if you need a copy of your chart, you can absolutely get that over at my website, kmoonastro.com. Kylie has put it in the chat. Thank you so much, Kylie. And Allison Scoff, you nailed it. Taurus represents that material world. Absolutely. And Natalie, Taurus is the things that we build up on this earth. That's right. Absolutely. And so this is going to give us an opportunity for some real bringing our divinity into our creatorship, kind of very much, let there be light and light will show up, but you've actually got to participate in it. The other influences that I noticed at this time for this particular energy, we have Lilith here in a trine to this energy. We also have Ceres here as well. And so I noticed some of you said, when I asked you, what are you noticing in the atmosphere? Some of you said, I'm noticing some endings. I'm noticing things coming to closure or to completion. Whenever Uranus is in a major conversation in the sky, it has the potential to facilitate quantum leaps, like your train is moving from down one particular track. And it's like, life, God, the divine, your higher self, the universe, however you want to think of, the energy beyond us that animates us, picks you up, picks that train up, and then drops it off on another track going in a different direction, right? This, whenever Uranus is in on the move, whether it's aspecting a natal planet or it's connecting with uh, some of the a major energy in transit, which is what it's doing now, Uranus on the move has the potential to do exactly that, pick us up from one track and drop us off on another. Because Uranus's movement can be so surprising, especially inside Taurus, because in the shadow side of Taurus, we have everything that we may be attached to, our attachments that, frankly, we may have outgrown. Sometimes we can be, I've got a shirt from my college days, a t-shirt. I'm going to date myself here, but I mean, I graduated college back in the early 2000s. And frankly, that t-shirt it's like on its last leg. There are like holes all over it, but I am attached. It has so much meaning for me. What we're going to see as Uranus is, facilitating this movement is doors being flung open to things that we have desired or valued for a long time. But because of the Ceres movement, Ceres connection here, and Ceres governs seasons. One beginning of one season is also the ending of another season. We're going to see a lot of closures at this time. And because Lilith is also involved, and Lilithian energy specifically deals with the movement of wanting things to work out our way, otherwise being incapable of participating. Like, if I'm not getting something out of this, I can't keep moving forward with it. You're going to see intrinsically for you where there's been no mutuality, no balance of giving and receiving, where you have even participated in that, like allowed it to be you self-sacrificing, you giving. If you found any nobility in that, this is a period of time where you're going to start to see your ability to keep participating in that closeout. You'll either see, because Lilith is in a sign that specifically deals with physical health and well-being, and Taurus deals with the body, you're going to see your body interrupt your ability to participate in imbalanced giving and receiving, calling a close to that season. You're also going to see your life begin to break down around some of that so that the desires of your heart can actually come in those doors that got flung open during this season. But again, back to the Martian influence, you've got to be willing to participate in it. Okay. So that's the interesting stuff going on here with Jupiter and Uranus here inside of Taurus. We are going to move into a conversation briefly. I'd like to hear some of what you guys are noticing in the chat if you're willing to type it in. What new things are you noticing starting to come forward, specifically new? Because Uranus governs the new and the next, and Jupiter will expand it. It's like I was looking for a new job, but I got offered three. I was looking for new sneakers, but then I got a deal that was like three for the price of one or two. I was looking for a new home and I found the perfect home at the perfect price in the perfect location, right? Shocking newness that aligns with the desires of our heart. There are some people who are going to struggle in this energy, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment before we get into all 12 signs. But I'd love to hear in the chat what you guys are noticing as Jupiter and Uranus come together after this eclipse. Well, frankly, during, we're already in that energy and have been since the end of February. What new stuff have you started to notice? I'll share for myself. There are just doors closing that I can't seem to walk back through, even if I wanted to. In the temporal realm, on something kind of really basic that Taurus governs, there is a scent, like a perfume, that I have worn since 2015. It's been my signature scent. I love the scent. I just love the way it blends with my pheromones on my body. And I've ordered and reordered the scent since 2015. Have had no problems. It comes in this cute little glass jar and it's the perfect amount of throw for me. I don't like it when you can smell me before you see me. I love it when you have to get close to me in order to smell me. Like, when you go in to hug someone and you notice, like, dang, they smell really good. That's the experience I like to have for myself. And so this particular scent, I was using it, maybe putting some on like maybe a week or two ago. The first time since 2015 I've ever dropped a bottle of it. The bottle shattered on my bathroom floor. I went to go reorder it. Not only is it out of stock, but the scent has been retired from the maker and they are no longer making it. Plenty of other scents, just not this one. Can't even get more if I wanted to. So that door's shut. That's a very Taurian thing. If you've got some other new stuff, I'd love to hear about it in the chat. Another example, um, for me, earlier this year, there's a garment care company that I use for like my dry cleaning and stuff. And they stopped working in my area. They shut down. So again, things related to physical comfort, beauty, can't work with them anymore. That's over. Um, and there's a lot of things like that where, things you may have been physically attached to pertaining to your comfort zone, your safety zone. These kinds of things are the things that are closing out at this point in time. David Christopher reports new visions. We're going to talk about those frustration cobalt petals around work, questioning how aligned my job is with me, my wants and interests. Adriana got LASIK, got moved into a new home, left new job, pulled her daughter from daycare, all in a matter of a week. Amber was planning a wedding to have the landlord say he's selling the house, and you have first dibs at a stellar price, moving into that comfort zone, safety. Yep. Elizabeth's feeling called to build more structure. Yes. and looking into joining things of personal interest. Absolutely. Absolutely. And David reports old self-worth issues are leaving. Well identified, guys. I want you to start keeping your eyes out for more of this newness unfolding. New things in your grocery store, new things happening in your home, new things happening in your physical body. Newness unfolding as it pertains to your neighborhood. In the folks, there are folks who do practice astrological medicine. It was definitely pre 21st century a practice. We know that Taurus is affiliated with the throat, neck, vocal cords, the tonsils, and the thyroid specifically. Um, so you may see some levels of changes, the ears and the shoulders as well in these areas. And the sinuses, you may see some changes in there. But what we're looking out for is positive change, things transforming toward the direction of the desires of our heart. Because if you haven't already realized it, you can manifest those things in rapid succession at this time. I'm really curious. Have you guys noticed, has anyone here noticed rapid manifestation at all? Like anyone other than me? Um, I'm really curious. I'll do a poll. Are you noticing rapid manifestation? Um, and if so, what kind? Like, what are you noticing manifesting quickly? I have definitely been noticing like the minute I think it, like something appears. The minute I say it, something also shows up. Camille says before the intention is even finished. Yes, I agree. Paisley, yes, also. That I'm really curious about that because this energy has the potentiality to move very, very rapidly in our lives. A lot of you are saying you're noticing it like an uptick in manifestation. Good. Good. I'm glad you guys are seeing it. That's great. Really great. That's a sign that you're on track in your creatorship abilities to step into a use a rapid manifestation ship portal like the one that we are in right now. Because we are in a rapid manifestation portal, one where things can come into form. Shariah says the alignment in people, jobs, career endings, associate relationships beginnings these past 2 weeks. Doula partner practice is happening. Moshka says manifesting massive spontaneous clearing of old trauma. Yeah, this is the energy in which you can leave behind old trauma overnight. Overnight. So I want to share that why and how some of you are really struggling in this energy because I know I've noticed that there are some folks who are feeling this energy and it's gone from pressure to a sense of feeling almost harangued, harassed. Uh, the intensity has moved from feeling just intense or like tension into a negative type of intensity. The reason why some people are feeling this energy in a way that may not be positive is specifically because sometimes in our humanity, we can have attachments to the structure of our lives, healthy or unhealthy, being as it is, right? Frequently, and we know this from research into people who have struggled to leave abusive relationships or who have experienced childhood abuse in any way, or even childhood poverty. When our internal thermostat, our comfort zone is set to always having work drama and chaos, or the only way love and life works out for me is if I'm alone, if I don't partner up. life is better, life is safer that way. Or I can count on, my baby's other parent, baby daddy, baby mama, always being a jerk. They're never nice, never kind. I always have to harass and beg to get what I need for the child. Or my internal thermostat is set to, I have negative relationships with bosses or coworkers. I never get along with coworkers. When we have bleh, internal thermostat, thank you, tongue, for cooperating. When we have an internal thermostat that is indeed set to a comfort zone that is set for discomfort, when a transit like this comes along that is working overtime to facilitate the desires of our heart, solar eclipse in Aries, new beginnings, new identity for self, blessings in the desires of our heart sign, that's Taurus, Jupiter and Uranus coming together. When these things start to happen, it can feel a little bit, as positive as it can create a level of stress inside of our physiological body that sends up fight, flight, fawn, freeze mechanisms. Cortisol and adrenaline get released in our physical body, and it can cause us to feel unsafe even with good things, even with positive things. We see this happen also very commonly with lottery winners who go broke within the first, 2 to 5 years of winning the lottery. Their interior comfort zone is not set for having and maintaining that amount of money. Their interior comfort zone is set for a much lower capacity with money. And so, if you have noticed interiorly a sense of tension ratcheting up as there's faster movement of things coming into form, more pressure to get in alignment with positive things unfolding for you, biological body revolt as your comfort zone with discomfort is wanting to dissolve. If you are noticing these things, uh, you're not alone. This is not uncommon. One of the things that my own spiritual mentor has been talking with the group of us who coach with her, when it comes to blessings in our lives, it is incredibly important that if we want to receive or live in a state of blessing, it's necessary to learn how to regulate your nervous system in order to be able to do so. So, anything, I want to make some recommendations here. If this is your experience, like the best stuff happening to you, and you feel a little bit like you're watching your own self-sabotage mechanisms begin to show up, if that's the case for you, some somatic work will help you tremendously. My own therapist has recommended to me a woman named Irene Lyon. Irene Lyon. You can check her out. She's both on YouTube. She's got a great website. Her opt-in, man, when you sign up for her newsletter list, she gives you a ton of free nervous system regulation tools, a ton. Not only that, but you'll also find other people here on YouTube. If you look up somatic breathing, emotional freedom technique, tapping. You can look up, I love a channel called Therapy in a Nutshell. She does wonderful nervous system regulation work as well. This will help you begin to relax with goodness flowing into your life and calm down the self-sabotage mechanism and get into self-soothing so that you can begin to feel safe with new jobs, new love, new homes, new options for work, etc. One of the things I personally am working on is moving out of doing so many readings and moving into doing more teaching. You guys have noticed I've done a few more of these lives on YouTube, launched a few more courses in some newer ways. This is new for me. And so I'm in the same boat with you where I'm learning how to feel safe with doing something new as my spirit is calling me to align with some newness as well. Okay. So great. Let's just check on this poll. I'm seeing only 39 of you voted, but that's all good. At the top of the chat, are you noticing rapid manifestations? About 80% of you are noticing things very rapidly moving, and that's great. This is an energy we can use to call in newness, but the first thing we have to be able to do in order to allow newness to come in is to begin the process of feeling safe with newness. Okay. We're also going to talk today about manifestation a bit more directly because this energy is allowing us to call stuff in. We're going to talk about for all 12 signs how you can call stuff in according or what you can call in, where you're going to see newness with this Jupiter Uranus alignment. We're going to talk about where you can see newness based on your sun or your rising sign. Okay, so we're going to get to that in a moment. But if you notice, like you are like in the group of people who's ready, are you guys feeling this newness? Are you guys seeing the newness? Um, yeah, Flora Greek says changes one after the other. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I'll put it here in the chat. She's awesome. I'll just type her name, Irene. You guys asked for her information. Her name is Irene Lyon. She's lovely. I have never met her, but her work is sound, and my therapist put me on to her. She's lovely. Very lovely. Yeah, you got okay. So you guys are seeing the newness. Angela says yes. Many. Shirai says absolutely. Lisa DeCoste says yes. Flora Greek says manifesting. Bettina says yes, but in a vacuum. You can expand that. Kylie says, I was just talking about my nervous system being a mess, so that would be very helpful. Yeah, check out Irene Lyon, guys. Absolutely. Um, yeah, Elizabeth, definitely make time. Looking at water, we do know from the research that scientists have found that when your eyes look at a body of moving water, not like a glass of water, but like at an ocean or a river. For some people, if the pool is big enough, you could look at a pool, a swimming pool, or a lake or a pond. It does set off some level of nervous system regulation. It sends out some of the calming neurochemicals and it lowers the stress chemicals as well. Thank you, Kylie. Appreciate that. Yeah, Irene Lyon. She's a wonderful resource and a lot of free resources on her mailing list if you decide to sign up for that. Okay. Awesome. So if you guys have last year I opened a course called Manifestation Mastery. I am going to open it again this year, and it's going to be an opportunity for us to look at how to take advantage of this unique energy once in 84 years and how to do it according to manifestation energy in your chart. Because this is a once in 84-year energy, I think, like I said, the last time these two came together was in Taurus, specifically, the sign that deals with the desires of our heart, was 1941, if you can believe it. And so lots of changes unfolding that year. Uh, how long ago was that? Just double checking. Yeah, 83 specifically years. Um, that particular course really focused in on giving you the opportunity to understand, according to your particular chart, without even getting a reading with me, what is your manifestation personal technique and what is how to use it according to your chart. Have any of you guys noticed that sometimes you try certain manifestation techniques and they just do not work, right? How many of you guys have tried scripting? People say you have to script it if you want to manifest it. Scripting works for some people, but you can't get it to work for you. Or visualizing the wish fulfilled, living in the state of the wish fulfilled. Some of you have tried visualization, but it doesn't work for you. Other people seem to be able to visualize stuff and it happens exactly according to the visualization. You visualize stuff, nothing happens, or worse, your mind goes blank. Some of you have tried affirmations and trying to affirm your state into the wish, affirm yourself into state of the wish fulfilled. In the world of affirmations, you have noticed some people do get a lot of results with affirmations. Some people don't. You might be one of the people who don't. And in fact, the opposite can happen for you. The more you sit in a state of affirming or visualizing or scripting, the more you go into a state of negativity because nothing is happening. And that only seems to hinder your manifestation even more. Some of you have tried doing things like uh, nervous system regulation, in particular, trying to relax and detach your way into the state of the wish fulfilled. And detachment has only pushed your desires further out rather than bringing them in. And all the manifestation experts will tell you, no, you have to detach. And you're like, bro, you don't understand. I've been detached. Nothing is moving. Many times when we are trying manifestation techniques and they're not working, we often feel like we're not doing them right or something is wrong with us. But actually, according to astrology, it has nothing to do with that. Each person, you included, has a specific manifestation technique built into your astrological chart according to your birth time. And it'll even work for you if you don't know your birth time. If all you know is the day and the place you were born, that's enough for you to still find your way into wonderful manifestation according to your birth date. So, if this is something that you want to learn, you can absolutely understand how to learn that with me. I'm about to relaunch Manifestation Mastery. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to join it this weekend. The program that I launched last year was two parts. There was Manifestation Mastery Part 1 and Manifestation Mastery Part 2. Manifestation Mastery Part 1 was specifically all about working in the world of just general manifestation. Anything that you want to create, you'll be able to create it with the techniques that I'm going to show you in Manifestation Mastery. However, if you want to learn more about the manifestation of love, and specifically you are someone who considers themselves in a divine connection or twin flame relationship, we're going to talk about how the state of unconditional love is actually one of the highest frequencies from which you can manifest anything. Some of you may have noticed in as you fell in love with whom you consider to be your divine counterpart and experienced the frequency of unconditional love, life started to get a bit magical. Things fell apart, but other things came together. You started seeing angel numbers everywhere. You started seeing signs everywhere. You started seeing things that you were just talking about starting to come to fruition, in particular, things you might have been talking about with that person. The reason this happens once you have experienced divine connection or have been activated by divine love, the reason why this happens is specifically because the state of love itself, the frequency of it, is the most creative state, one of the highest states and frequencies of consciousness via which we can create love. And so in part two, of manifestation mastery, we're going to talk about how to use this state more conscientiously and directly in your life to facilitate uh, anything you want. You can use that state of love to create more money for yourself. You can use that state of love to create better schooling for your kids. You can use that state of love to create opportunities in the work world or a better home for yourself. All of these things are possible when you know what you're doing. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do that inside of Manifestation Mastery. So if you'd like to join, the doors are open. We're going to cover a lot of the material that I covered last year. So if you feel like you're still chewing on that, no pressure. You don't need to join this year, but I am going to cover some new stuff this year. So if you would like to rejoin, you can absolutely do so in the member area from last year. If you're already a member, you already joined Manifestation Mastery. I will give you an opportunity to join at a rejoin cost, but you'll have to log in to your Manifestation Mastery from last year to get access to that. Okay. I'm going to post that for you guys later today. But if you are new and this is your first time, welcome. If you missed it last year, you definitely want to catch it this year. We are going to be live on Sunday, April 14th and Sunday, April 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern to give you an opportunity to learn how to manifest in a way that is going to work for you. You'll learn which kinds of people could be most helpful to you as you manifest and create. You're going to learn your personal process for manifestation based on your chart and which things will work for you and which things won't, so you don't waste time with them. You're also going to learn the mechanics of manifesting the big three: love, health, money. The health piece is absolutely spiritual. The money piece is too. And so we're also going to talk about your fifth house, because the fifth house is the house of manifestation. So it's 144 USD if you want to join, and you get to enroll this week. There's a Q&A session included, and there's some early bird bonuses. There are 5 planets of manifestation. We've talked about one of them today, but there's also 4 others that you are going to want to hear about. So when you register, the first 50 folks are going to get access to a guide to the 5 planets of manifestation. And then the first 5 people who register are going to be eligible to receive a live mini reading with me at the end of class as part of the learning content, which means you actually do have to be able to attend live. You have to be present live in order to get that free mini reading. Okay. So I'd love to have you join. The link is there. Thank you so much. If you're feeling pulled to join, I would love to have you. It's going to be an extraordinary class, and this is an extraordinary time to be able to learn how to manifest and utilizing your personal technique. Like I said, this energy is once in a lifetime. These two have not met up in Taurus, while those of us who are probably listening to this are alive, unless you were born before 1941. But for those of you who are alive now, you are getting the benefit of this energy, and this class, this workshop will teach you precisely how to use it from class 1. Okay. So link is there inside the chat. And if you're catching this after the live, then by all means, I want you to feel free to look in the description box. The link to join will be there. Okay. Now let's talk about Jupiter and Uranus conjunction and what it means for all 12 signs. We won't get into manifestation for all 12 signs. We're going to do that in the workshop, but we're just going to get into what this means for all 12 of the signs. Okay. And so, and then at the end, I'm going to do some open Q&A. I have a lot of my star clubbers with me, and they will lead the Q&A. I'm going to dialogue with them, and then I'll turn to the YouTube chat and answer questions live there. So let's start with the sign of Aries. If you happen to be an Aries sun or an Aries rising, this energy is taking place in an area of life that specifically deals with finances for you, earned income. This Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is going to allow you to manifest money, specifically pay raise or new money when it comes to your business by launching new products or services. It's also going to facilitate for you the opportunity to make money through side hustles as well, day jobs and side hustles. It is also for you, Aries, going to assist you with your self-worth and your self-esteem. So if you've had any challenges in the arena of self-worth and self-esteem, you've had reasons why, for some reason, you didn't believe in yourself, or you've been basing too much of your past, letting your past dictate your present and your future when it comes to specifically money or your self-esteem. This is the time where you're going to start to feel more free and liberated than you've ever felt when it comes to uh, money and specifically your capacity to hold and handle more. Okay, let's talk about Taurus. Taurus, if you have the Taurus sun or the Taurus rising, this particular Jupiter-Uranus conjunction from the end of February to the end of May is about to open up for you the opportunity to experience a heightened sense of self and identity. You are going to know who you are in a way that you never have. If you've had parts of your identity that have not served you, for example, telling yourself the story of uh, who you were on your worst day as if it's the truth of who you are forever. I'm a horrible mother. I'm a horrible father. Or the worst that you went through being the truth of what you can get to in this lifetime. I always grew up with nothing, so I'll never have anything. Or my parents were divorced, and so I'm stuck in a bad marriage because I don't want to repeat the way their divorce interacted with me. If you've got some level of carriage, of baggage from the past locked into an identity now that's kept you trapped and locked out of what the desires of your heart are, Taurus, this is the transit, the moment where you get to break free, utilize it. Okay. Gemini. Gemini, for you, this is going to heighten your intuition in ways that you've never seen before. If you've got a Gemini sun or a Gemini rising, you're going to find that you probably aren't sleeping too much. So just be careful in your day-to-day life, like take things slow. You are also going to start getting messages and information that arrive for you and claircognizance that heightens for you, in particular in the physical body. If you're starting to feel a sense, Gemini, like you just know things or you feel like called specifically to places at specific times, trust those hunches. There is blessing unfolding for you if you can follow your intuition and your guidance. Also, Gemini, your body is going to be electrified with signals and information for you about the things that you need to be doing in order to capitalize on this manifestation energy. Do not ignore the signals that you're getting. Sometimes for you, Gemini, throughout this transit, you're going to notice that you say certain things that are actually going to be messages for you. So when you start to hear certain things come through your mouth for other people, and you get that little intuitive knowing, dang, I need to pay attention to myself. Pay attention to yourself, Gemini. This energy is going to open up for you the opportunity to capitalize on your intuition and know where to go and what to do like nothing you've ever experienced before. Okay. Cancer. If you've got the Cancer sun or the Cancer rising, this Jupiter Uranus conjunction for you is going to open up potential and possibility, specifically in the realm of your friendships and your hopes, wishes, and dreams fulfilled. Cancer, I'd say all of us are going to be lucky and blessed, but you in particular have the opportunity to be among one of the most blessed of the zodiac. But Cancer, caveat and forewarning, you're going to have to get the emotions under control. Scorpio and Pisces, you too. If you want to capitalize on this energy to harness this manifestation energy to the benefit of the fulfillment of your hopes, wishes, and dreams, Cancer, you're going to have to get regulated in that nervous system and really support yourself in believing that the best that can happen will happen for you and leave behind emotional baggage of the past, utilizing it, trying to make meaning of or predicting the future. Let it go. It's done. It happened. It's not happening now. Give yourself permission to feel what it would feel like if your hopes, wishes, and dreams got fulfilled. In so doing, you will find that this energy will allow those to come into formation through the mechanism of your emotional attunement in rapid sequencing. And if you guys, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer, need any help with that, please join Manifestation Mastery. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to show you how to do it according to your personal chart. Leo and Leo rising. If you happen to have a Leo sun or a Leo rising, this manifestation energy for you is going to be about your career sector. In your career sector, you're going to have the opportunity for a breakout year. I'm talking promotions that skip steps, visibility, responsibility, the things that are going to let you know not only are you valued, but you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing here on earth. Leo and Leo rising, this Jupiter Uranus conjunction for you will not only probably bring in the promotion, but this is a promotion that's likely to come with the money attached too. Hallelujah. Because some of y'all been getting some promotions out here in the last several years since the pandemic in name only, where it's a ton more responsibility, but no more cash. Thank goodness at this moment in time, you are about to get the promotion and the cash too. Take advantage of it, Leo. Own your power, Leo. Step into it, Leo and Leo rising. This is your moment. If you happen to be a Virgo or a Virgo rising, for you, this is going to take place in a position in the chart that deals with faith, hope, optimism, and higher education. Also deals with long distance travels. Virgo and Virgo rising, if you've been thinking about enrolling in courses or school and acceptance letters are a part of the process, or scholarships are a part of the process, or you need to get approval to enroll, this is a period of time where if you've had any apprehension about enrolling or acceptability, chances are you're going to be accepted with bells on, if I can say that. Virgo and Virgo rising, this is also a great time for travel, long distance travel. If you've been wanting to leave your country, this is a time where if you not only leave the country, you'll find blessings in your country of landing. Virgo and Virgo rising, this is going to be a transit that's going to allow you to amplify your faith, your hope, and your optimism as well. And so I know, Virgo, sometimes it's important to you to keep it real, to deal with the facts as they present themselves. But this is an energy in which you're going to want to lean into what if the facts were changeable and what if I could change them? Leaning into that level of faith is what's going to allow you to take advantage of this beautiful energy. Okay. Libra, if you happen to be a Libra or a Libra rising, this once in a lifetime energy of Jupiter and Uranus conjunct in the sign that deals with hopes, wishes, and dreams. Now, listen, your girl here is not a gambling woman. She don't believe in none of that. I like you to use your money in smart ways for you. But if you happen to be a Libra or a Libra rising, you're one of the few that I would say maybe buy a lottery ticket. This energy is going to take place for you in a position in the skies that specifically deals with winnings of lotteries, inheritances, and also tax returns that give you more money than you thought you would have gotten. It is the position called other people's money, but you also want to be careful with this, Libra. You want to take good care that you don't take on loans at this time that are bigger than what you can chew or pay off. Really important that you allow the money to come in without it necessarily being money that has to be paid back. Can you get good loans at this time? Yes. But you're going to have to be extremely intentional about what you're manifesting for so that you're not just getting the loan or the mortgage that you want, but you're getting it at an appropriate percentage rate that is within the realm of what you can repay. With this energy, the unfortunate side of it is that for Libra and Libra rising, financially with these with loans or mortgages, there is some potential here that you could bite off more than you can chew. So just be very careful. I might stick with maybe a $2 lottery ticket in this energy. But if you need a loan, just be intentional about what you want that percentage rate to be, utilizing your personal manifestation technique according to your chart. And you will find that this works very smoothly. And you not only get the money you need, but you get it at the best rate possible. Definitely consider signing up for Manifestation Mastery if you would like to know that personal manifestation technique. Scorpio and Scorpio rising. Oh, Libra, one other thing. Uh, this is an energy I forgot. I should have said this to you. Scorpio, sorry, Libra. Scorpio will come right back. Libra and Libra rising, be very careful if you're not trying to conceive in this energy, because this is an energy where a surprise could come in terms of pregnancy for you if you weren't planning on it. So just be intentional about your birth plans. Okay. Now I will talk to Scorpio and Scorpio rising. My loves, Scorpio and Scorpio risings. If you have wanted to or have been planning to get into a love relationship, Scorpio, you're one of the ones that's lucky in love. For you, Scorpio, this takes place in a position in the sky that specifically deals with um, love and marriage, partnership and collaboration. If you've been looking for a business partner, this is a wonderful time to get that access to that business partner. That also reminds me, Libra and Libra rising. If you've been looking for investors in a business, you'll be able to find that. Back to Scorpio. If you're looking for a business partner, not an investor, you'll be able to find that at this time. Scorpio and Scorpio rising, if you have historically been a serial monogamist, you'll find that you're going to step into an era of your life where you are most likely to find some real freedom and liberation and enjoying the glory of being single. And if you are the kind of person who has been a lone wolf and you thought marriage and partnership would never, ever be for you, surprise, surprise, This is when the love of your life may cross your path, may cross your path and land directly in front of you and creating a complete about face in your belief in love and the magic of being partnered. Get ready, Scorpio. You're one of the ones that has the ability to be most blessed in love and partnership. Sag and Sag rising. If you happen to be a Sagittarius, this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for you has the potential to bring blessing when it comes to your physical health and well being, as well as your day to day routines. Allowing yourself to do something new in your day to day routines and in your physical health and well being might just be the key that unlocks everything for you. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, if you've needed a breakthrough in your physical health, consider that new therapy that you've heard about. Consider that new diet that you've heard about. Consider that new exercise routine or medicine or pathway that you've heard about, that new doctor you've heard about. You have the potential to step into something new and get absolute breakthrough in your physical health and well being, Sagittarius and Sag rising. And new routines in your day to day life have the potential to allow some level of breakthrough when it comes to the desires of your heart. I don't know what those desires are, but I do know that step by step implementation of some new routine is what's going to get you there at this time. And it's actually going to happen faster than you thought it might. If you happen to be a Capricorn or a Capricorn rising, you, my friends, are one of the lucky ones when it comes to manifestation, period. You are one of the people who has the ability to manifest just about anything in this energy. We all do when we take advantage of our personal manifestation technique, and you'll learn about that in Manifestation Mastery. But Capricorn and Capricorn rising, two things are true. Manifesting just about anything, and you, just like I think it was Libra, have the potential to surprise get pregnant during this period of time. So be very mindful about your birth plans. If you're comfortable with surprise pregnancy, great. But if you're not, you know what you need to do. Now, Cap and Cap Rising, because this is taking place in a place in the sky that specifically deals with creative work, creative projects, and creative offspring, this is a period of time where if you've had some sort of either side hustle or project you've wanted to get off the ground, get it off the ground. This energy won't do it for you, but it will darn sure bless you in your doing. Capricorn, you're no stranger to hard work. And I think that's probably why, in part, anything you lay your hand to during this season does have the ability to manifest as absolute magic. So get to work. You know what to do. And if you want to have access to that personal manifestation technique, now is the absolute time to go ahead and join Manifestation Mastery. Where the ways in which you personally are built to manifest love, health, or money. We're going to go over those for your personal chart. This is a bit more of an intermediate or beginner advanced class. So knowing some astrology will absolutely help you. But if you don't know anything, I'm going to give you some foundational basics to work with as well. Now, Aquarius and Aquarius rising. If you happen to be Aquarius and Aquarius rising, for you, this is going to take place in a place in the sky that deals with home and family. Okay. For my aquas and aqua risings, you guys are going to have the opportunity to get a new home, capitalize on updating a home or renovating a home that you may already have. This is also a wonderful energy for you if you are working on opening up a home-based business, fabulous energy for that. If you've been thinking about quitting your job and doing that, I would say go for it. I mean, depending upon the other factors in your chart, I'd say go for it. It's a great time for that. But the money in the home space is here for you, Aquarius. So definitely lean into that. But I'd also say if you've got beautification projects for your home, home design, you want to buy some new sheets, new beddings, new pillows, you want to upgrade your kitchen, upgrade your living room, maybe just buy a new shower curtain, right? Because the old one got grubby or grimy. Great time to do that. I'd say maybe do a little more than that. In a once in 84-year energy, you can update a shower curtain anytime. But any value or if spending you put into your home at this time has the potential to increase your home value exponentially with this kind of energy for those of you who are homeowners. For those of you who are in apartments or you're looking for a new home, this is when, if you ask your landlord to maybe make a certain replacement or a repair, you'll probably get something better than you anticipated. And Aqua and Aqua Rising, if you're looking for a new home, if you know your personal manifestation technique according to your chart, you're going to find that in this energy, you're going to find the right home at the right price in the right place faster than you thought it would have been possible. Okay, Pisces and Pisces rising. Um, For you, this is going to be blessings coming through siblings, cousins, and neighbors in your chart. It's also going to be blessings in your neighborhood and in your community. You'll find that communities that you are a part of at this time have the potential to receive blessing. I saw a wonderful news story a couple weeks ago. A graduate, I think it was from Morehouse College, Morehouse University in Atlanta, had decided he was going to pay for 100% of the students' tuition and loans who were currently enrolled in the school. Maybe it was Morehouse, maybe it was another one. I was like, whoa, talk about a load off and a fresh, clean slate. When you're a part of a community and a blessing like that comes along, it is absolutely once in a lifetime. Pisces and Pisces rising, I want you to consider the communities you're a part of and not only how they can be of blessing to you, but how you can be of blessing to your communities. In an energy like this with Jupiter and Uranus conjunct, you have the capacity to experience and be a blessing that then returns to you 10 times over. Siblings and cousins can also be a blessing to you at this time as well, Pisces and Pisces rising. So if you've got some sibling time scheduled or some extended family time scheduled, take advantage of it. Because these two are coming together in the sign of the desire of our hearts, that's Taurus there, and things that we value and resources, just being around siblings, cousins, or neighbors and letting them know, hey, this is what I'm working on, or this is what I want, Pisces and Pisces rising. The blessing has the ability to come through one of them faster than it'll come through any other route during this season. Aries and Aries rising. Oh, I already did Aries. I started with Aries. Listen to me, ready to go around and around and around. Oh my goodness, Kay, you've been talking too long. Time to take some questions. I love this energy for all of us. It is an energy of supreme blessing. But like I said, if you have been uncomfortable with blessing and this is causing a lot of tension and unease in your nervous system, take the time. There are a lot of free resources on YouTube. Do what you got to do to regulate your nervous system. But if you know what you want and you've been struggling to manifest it, manifestation techniques seem to have worked for everyone else but you. Chances are you just need to learn your own personal manifestation technique according to the house of manifestation in your own natal chart. And from there, you'll be able to harness the best of the other techniques while leveraging your own technique. And I'll talk about that in Manifestation Mastery Part 1. That's Sunday, April 14th when you join. On Sunday, April 24th, we're going to talk about specifically the manifestation of love and connection exclusively. And I'm also going to talk about manifestation in divine connections as well. So, if these are things that you missed last year during Manifestation Mastery, now's the time to get in on it. And we will pause here, take some questions. I would love to hear first from my star clubbers. I'm going to take your questions first, and then I'm going to take questions from our YouTube audience as well. If you're hanging out with me on YouTube, love to see it. Welcome. If you found something that resonates today or something that piqued your interest, definitely hit that like button and subscribe. You can tell me what resonates in the chat or in the comment section below. Let me know your questions if you're live. I won't be answering questions in the comment section, but if you're live here, I'll take your questions as well. Do any of my star clubbers who are live with me here in my Zoom room have any questions about this information today? Go ahead and unmute yourself or raise your hand. I'll take your questions first. Or reflections. Reflections are also great. Wow. Jessica Marie, welcome.
Hi, that was incredible and extremely on point. I've been going through a lot of upgrades in terms of self-worth and like you had said earlier about things just like falling away overnight, a lot of my like trauma-based stuff has just kind of like got put into perspective that I don't need to carry that anymore. So, thank you.
Hey, I love it. Thank you so much, Jessica. It is awesome that you were able to get some freedom and some liberation in this energy. I'm going to put a poll here on our YouTube channel because I don't think you're the only one, but I'm curious. We're going to find out together if some other people have experienced that as well. Um, is anyone else experiencing the end of old stories in your life and new stuff coming online? You guys will have to let me know. I'll put it there in the chat. Other questions from my star clubbers or just things that resonated that you noticed? There's the poll. I just put it there in the YouTube chat. Anyone else experiencing old traumas fall away? You guys have to let me know. Okay. Awesome. Tina says, yes, that's exactly what I'm going through. Love that for you, Tina. I love that for you, Jessica. With this energy, anytime Uranus is involved in a major way, and I would also say, and I'm going to talk about this inside of the lunar update that I'm about to publish. We have Mercury retrograde conjunct the North Node. Those of you who are in Star Club, you have access to Star School 301, North Node Mastery. When a planet conjuncts the North Node via retrograde motion, and or literally anytime Uranus is making major conversations, we've got the opening up of new timelines. And we're going to talk a lot about timelines in manifestation mastery and how to open and close timelines with greater intentionality. Because I see you guys are kind of starting to really start to understand that something's shifting, but I want you to be able to be empowered with it, take advantage of it, not get pushed around by it. Because we do see with Mercury retrograde conjunct the North Node, the opening of a new timeline at this particular moment. Jupiter and Uranus conjunct simultaneously is giving us access to a time, like to skip some timelines, to just kind of jump onto the timeline that deals with the desires of our heart, because Taurus is the sign of the desires of our heart. And in doing such, unless you know how to open and close timelines, it's very easy to kind of wander into a repeat timeline of stuff you've already experienced in love, in money, in work, in family. And so we're going to talk, and that's the newer content that I'm bringing to Manifestation Mastery this year, Manifestation Mastery 2. We're going to talk about the opening and the closing of timelines so that you guys can be more directly involved in your divine creatorship when it comes to these old traumas falling away and getting yourself into a new story, a new timeline, and a new life. Okay. Um, all right, let me see in the chat here if you guys have any questions for me on YouTube. Um, Tina C says she's releasing old story. Paisley, a lot of inner child old traumas being resolved. Thank gosh. It's one thing for them to come up, it's another thing for them to be resolved. Very good, because that's available in this energy. Um, Journey home with Valerie. So much came up quickly end of last year to close out back to back. Yeah, last year we had a lot of closing energy as we came into October, November, December, January, and February. Those months had a lot of closing energy, a lot of timeline closing energy to them. Um, until I had an epiphany in January and shifted my energy. Very good. After January, I noticed back to back magical moments of alignment with people. Very good. And situations. Yeah, Valerie, that's this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. They opened up alignment energy for all of us. And if you just want to align with, like, hey, here are the desires of my heart, here's what I'm trying to manifest, your chart will show you the process for that so that you can harness this energy. I don't think I really, if I have not stressed it enough, I think the thing about Jupiter Uranus coming into alignment that I want you guys to leave with as the major takeaway, y'all, this is the ultimate cosmic blank check, the ultimate cosmic permission slip. Like whatever you have been wanting in this energy, like the limitation, the only limitation in this energy is whatever limitation you personally have constructed as some kind of fact or identity for yourself, right? That's the only limitation. And so, in order to get out of a lot of those blind spots, we're going to talk about a lot of those in manifestation mastery too. How to get out of some of those blind spots so that you can get to the place where there's nothing between you and the desires of your heart. You're just living in that new state. Um, Christy says, if you join Manifestation Mastery class, will we get a recording in case we miss part of it? I did not answer that. And yes, you get access to your recordings for your class for life. Let's see. Um, let's see, finding balance. Tina says, wow, all of those topics were on point. Money feels elevated. It is elevated, Adriana. Personal projection is higher. That is awesome. Really, really awesome. Glad to hear it. Let's see. Um, so a lot of you guys are noticing the rapid manifestation. Let me check on the poll that I put up around old traumas falling away. Wow, yeah, 21 votes and 100% of you said, yes, I'm noticing old traumas falling away. Very, very good. Very, very good. So you guys are already in the energy. You're really feeling it. Um, If anyone has any other questions, definitely let me know. Definitely from Star Club. Want to make sure I've answered your questions. Shariah says, my shifting and changes have taken place according to the transits. I remember that for the past 2 years, Kay has been telling us to close doors that are closing, allow new to come in. Yes, Shariah, I have been saying that. And ultimately, this is why Uranus through Taurus has been really trying to shake up our foundation, our third dimensional reality. And Jupiter here is just expanding that shakeup and trying to get us unstuck. And so the degree to which we can release the old is the degree to which we can have something new. But we have to regulate, as I was telling you, my coach was telling me we have to regulate our nervous systems in order to feel comfortable with the new. People will tell you that first year of marriage is the hardest, specifically because it's just new. It's just new, right? First year on a job is the hardest. The first year moving into a new home is the hardest. You're just trying to get used to everything being so new. And if you look at the structure and the purpose of the brain and the way the brain works, our brains are really they thrive and they get regulated on what's habitual, on what's repeated, on what's redundant. Our nervous system doesn't get stimulated by things that are the same, it gets stimulated by things that are new. And so when the new begins to unfold, that's when we start to see these little like peaks in cortisol and adrenaline and the stress hormones. A lot of it we can process as excitement up until a point, but when it's so new, that's when we start to go into fear and what if and catastrophizing and can shut down. And that's very normal for the human brain. It wants to keep us safe. But when it's working overtime to keep us safe from the marriage we want, from the love we want, from, the stability and home life that we want, because we're just too regulated in chaos. We're not regulated in safety and stability and calm and peace and love, or peace with money. When we're too regulated in chaos, and that's our nervous system comfort zone, unfortunately, this particular energy, no matter how hard we try, can just create a repeat on steroids of that comfort zone of chaos and love, chaos and money, chaos and health and well-being. When we start to, because this is a new energy, it wants to do something new. Like I said, it does require our participation with Mars in communication here, and Lilith as well, and Ceres. We got to be willing to close out the old, name our new, and then behave and act like new in order to get it. Ceres is the cycles and closing out in Capricorn structures. Know our new, know what we want. That's Lilith here in the details in Virgo. And then Mars here in Pisces. Mars is our motion maker. It's action, taking action. We got to be willing to behave in alignment with the new, not behave in alignment with the old. And so we'll talk about the specifics of that according to your chart in Manifestation Mastery. Okay. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see. I'm going to take a couple more questions and then wrap up. Flora says, does the placement of our sun, for example, Cancer in the ninth house, count for manifesting both Cancerian and Sagittarian themes? In part, yes. You want to pay attention to that rising sign as well. And we get into more specifics with your chart and Manifestation Mastery. Shariah says, I'm separated, moving toward divorce. I'm allowing myself to heal with the reflection. My counterpart, soul ties, open up wounds, healing, cleaned out, treated. Yes, very good. Sky Poet. Aquarius here. Hope my side hustle, home business starts around the conjunction. I put a lot into it so far. I really hope so too, Sky Poet. Good luck with the venture. Awesome. Um, Aw, thank you, Kylie. Thank you. Yes. Appreciate it. Hannah Hawthorne, you can join Manifestation Mastery by clicking that link there below. And if you are one of the folks who wants to rejoin Manifestation Mastery because you did it last year, all you're going to have to do as soon as I get off from here, I'm going to create a space in your previous Manifestation Mastery that allows you to join the new one for a savings. Okay. Journey Home with Valerie, I cannot do that. That would require me to reteach Star School 101, and that is a 4+ hour class. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I cannot do that. Um, how to look at aspects to our natal planets. I cannot teach you that. Okay, thank you for understanding, sis. You have lifetime access to Star School 101, so I'm going to leave you to look at that and jump into that. Okay, awesome. Very, very, very cool. Okay. Well, I love that we got to do this together, you guys. This was a lot of fun for me. I really appreciate you joining me for every like that you gave this video. If you found something that resonated, inspired you, or gave you direction, please like the video. Helps the algorithm circulate the content as valuable to other people. If in fact, you feel like sharing the video, please do. I love it when you guys share the content with your communities. Hopefully it will help some folks. Yes, Shariah, the class is going to be live. Great question. And if you want to leave a comment about how this is all resonating for you, that also helps the algorithm immensely, gets the content circulated. And I love being live with you guys. It's my intention this year to do far more teaching here on YouTube, giving you guys access to more information. So the more you interact with the content, the better it is for me to be able to be here on YouTube and doing that stuff with you guys. Okay. Okay. Love y'all. And I will see you in Manifestation Mastery Part 2. Take great care and bye for now. Okay, let me